This is the second time I'm filming this. I started to edit this video and turns out I had a stain on my t-shirt. So let's film this again. Hello there people. Today I want to share the story of where I started and how I got into sports. But first, let's go for a swim. So, story starts when I was around 7 or 8. I was in the first grade and I decided to follow my big brother's steps and join a swim squad. To be honest with you, I wasn't a prodigy in swimming. I did not achieve anything major, but for the sake of this story, I've learned the most important lesson, and this is how to swim. I felt comfortable in the water. After around 8 years of competitive swimming, I found myself in a place where I felt like I plateaued and I'm not improving anymore. So I kind of had to face this decision and basically I left. Yeah, weirdly enough, I have no clear understanding, clear reason why I did that. I should have stayed, but I didn't. So it is how it is. After some searching, I decided to start playing handball. That was pretty good. We actually won a Lithuanian championship, which was fun. But in the very background, at the same time, when I was playing handball, I started riding BMX, and I felt like that was the place to be for me. Uh, I felt like that was the passion that I wanted. It's just it didn't really work out with my parents at that time that I'm just gonna do that instead of handball. So I carried on doing handball and riding BMX. BMX was awesome. I used to spend every single day in the skate park. After school, we go to a skate park. On the weekends, we go to a skate park. Basically, every minute when I don't have training in handball or school, I used to spend in the skate park or just riding streets. That was very fun. We filmed several videos together with my buddies. Yeah, it was just cool. It was very good fun. It was amazing until I got an injury that required surgery. And basically, from that came fear of falling, and I kind of stopped. It was very uneasy time because I felt like I'm losing a part of me, but the reality reality kicked in, and I just barely got on my bike after that. By this time, my leg is healed and I finished the school, and it was the time to move to London. I was living in London for the first year, nothing very significant, but I did few runs there. Wasn't anything crazy, but then one summer I decided that okay, I will try to properly run. It wasn't any crazy distances or it's just casual, just keep a little bit fit. And then during the summer I got back to Lithuania for a little bit, and I was thinking that okay, now I need to apply for work at Nike because this is the brand that I like and I want to work for them. There is availability in London. But I thought about I used to do BMX. I want to go to that skateboarding section, and I got that job. But funny enough, I got an offer to work either wait for a position at skateboarding department or join a running store. And I was like, I need a job now. So what do? I start working at Nike running store. That time was very inspiring. Apart from the fact that I'm working in a cool brand that I like, I met a lot of incredible people. I met people who were doing marathons, ultra marathons. I first met people who were doing Ironmans, and that caught my interest. Basically, I think this is the time when I felt like, oh, that sounds just crazy enough that I really want to do it someday. But also, I met my managers there, and they were like, "Oh, so do you plan on running any kind of races?" And I wasn't. And they were like, "Okay, we will help you out, and let's sign you up for a 10K race." So I remember still that race, which was awesome. And wait. This is the bib number that I had. This is the very first one. From there, I started running just more and more. I actually, in 2015, I signed up for my first half marathon, which I did, like, it was a Hackney half marathon. But at the same year, I actually got my first road bike and I signed up for Trakai Triathlon in Lithuania, and that was the very, very first touch of actual triathlon in my life. And I did a sprint distance. It was good. Uh, like my strong side, it's like, of course, is swimming, but the funny story comes from the bike because I was very new to road cycling, and I got my first bike just like a few months ago, and basically, um, for some silly reason, I thought that riding BMX will translate into being able ride a road bike pretty well, but it did not. Turns out I was really struggling, and like, as probably some of you know, Trakai is quite a hilly course for a bike now, and it was crazy hard for me. But when it was done, I finished, I think, at that time fifth. I think I did an hour and 19 minutes. I was happy with it, but from then I did not do anything. I rode a little bit like my road bike, but of course I was abroad, but I wasn't living in Lithuania at the time, and for some reason it felt like doing triathlon in London was quite complicated. I wasn't confident with riding in the streets in UK, so I just kept on running. In 2016, I decided to move back to Lithuania. I was done with the university, had my degree, and yeah, I moved to Vilnius because I really wanted to see what it's all about. I never lived here. So I moved, and I thought, like, what would be a cool way to get familiar with the city? And I decided to run a marathon. Just because I saw that the map is going through the whole city, and I just wanted to explore. So I ran my first marathon. I did this time, and I actually even got a tattoo. This one here. After a marathon, I did a little bit of everything. I started like cycle a little bit more. I carried on running. I did a little bit of swimming, but up until 2019, I did not do an actual triathlon. But in 2019, I have decided that let's sign up for a Ironman race. More specifically, I signed up for a half Ironman in Poland. And unfortunately, this happened, and my race got postponed. And I had two options. It's either wait until September or wait for next year. And September option was to go, instead of Poland, to go to Estonia, to Tallinn. So I selected that option, and that suited me even more because it was a lake swim, and I was scared, really scared swimming in the sea. So yeah, I was very happy with that selection. So I trained a lot. I was training without a coach, and basically that season I did few races in Lithuania, but then when the time came for September, I was ready, and I finished my first season with a bang. I got 5 hours and 5 minutes time for a half Ironman. I was slightly disappointed with myself that I did not achieve that under 5 hours time, but it got me hooked. I was like, okay, I need more of this. And I think that's all for this video. I want to share the rest of the story in the next one, but thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoy my story so far, and see you in the next one.